press add. Go down to your draw tools. Pick a canvas. I just picked this square. It's like an Instagram square. Hit your layers. Turn off your white layer. Highlight this top layer. See the one that's moving? Pick your shapes. A circle. Fill. Okay. You want your color to be white. Stretch your circle out. It doesn't matter if the bottom's cut off because you're not going to use the bottom. Now, add a layer. And on this layer, you're just going to pick a bunch of random colors. Make sure your brush is a good size. Doesn't matter which brush, whatever brush you want to use. And just pick different colors. And you want to just keep doing that till you got a bunch of them. Now you got all of these, and see it's just a mess. Your circle is still there. You want to see there's your circle underneath. But now you want to just take this and hit apply. I know it's a mess. Edit image. Open tools. Open stretch. And on warp, you want your brush to be kind of big. Your power is up to you. You're just going to push it around. Just make a mess of it. It's okay. Then choose swirl. I'm going to do the same thing. You just want it to swirl it. And swirl the other way some. Keep it all mixed till it okay. Now we're going to go back to the draw tools. You'll have to do your circle again, okay? You're going to pick a circle. You're going to fill it. You're going to tell it okay. And your color is white. Tap off of it anywhere on the screen. Select your color layer. Slide it up above the white. Go here. Pick multiply. Your three dots at the top right. And merge. Tell it okay. Now you're going to go back over here. Tools. Open the curves. And you're just going to play with your color a little bit. Till you get it maybe how you want it. Just play around. There's no perfect way. You'll find a color in it that you like, and that'll be kind of what you end up going with. There we go. I'm trying to get it back kind of like I had it. Tell it okay. Then you can pick FX, colors, and you just kind of play and go through and see what you like. And you can change it this way, playing through them. Let's see my recents. I'm going to try hue, and then we're going to play through right here with the different. We're going to apply the lighten effect to it. And you can adjust if you want it like more, or if you want it less. Like you can play around with that. I'm going to leave it about right there. Top right corner, check mark. Now, I'm going to go open your FX tools. Scroll across the bottom and pick blur. And you want to play around in here until you find a blur effect that looks pretty good on it. I like the smart blur. You can go through them again. They will affect it differently. You can play around with your sliders. Yeah. We're going to go with just a smart blur on it and hit your check. Go back into FX. Back into blur. And put a motion blur on it. And we're going to turn that down a little bit. We don't want the distance to be quite so far. Just a touch can be on it. There we go. Just so it has kind of a hazy planet look. Now we're going to go back to the draw tools. Click on draw. Open your layers. Slide the top layer under the bottom. Click add on stickers. I have a bunch of collections, but you can search up here where it says discover for space for different backgrounds. I have these saved already into groups. Go into my backgrounds and pick this layer and blow it up, stretch it up big. Then we're going to add a new layer underneath, and we're going to make it go to color on this side, color bucket, this pink color. Then we're going to take that layer and we're going to go through the different modes. Let's shrink it down so we can see it change. Darken, screen, add, overlay. So we're going to put it on screen, but what we're going to do is click the three dots and we're going to copy that layer so that we have two layers like that. And we're going to put the top one on a different mode. There we go. Now the top one, we're going to kind of try to move it around so that that bright orange is a little more apparent. All right. Now, to make this part easier, turn off all your layers except your circle. Hit the very top more actions and hit save image. If this doesn't come up for you, it's okay. You just save it. It's going to save it to your camera roll. Open your layers back up and turn all of these back on. Hit your check mark. Now, you're going to go to add photo. You're going to pick your little planet. You're going to stretch it up to match the one that you've got. Go to flip rotate, flip it upside down, slide it back down. And now you can use your eraser. And what I'm doing is covering up where we have these holes on the side. We're going to fix all of them so you can't see them. Tell it okay. Then you're going to hit the two little squares, hit duplicate, line it back up, go to flip, flip it to the left side. Again, duplicate, line it up, flip, flip it upright. Now you don't have any of the holes around the edges of it. Hit your check mark. We're going to go back into stickers. And I'm going to pull ones that I know I've used them. Okay? We're going to get your water, or this glow. What you're going to do, you just want to stretch it up kind of so it looks like it's hanging out over the edges. Then use your eraser, turn your opacity and your hardness down a little bit. Get your size to be kind of big because you want to be able to take this off the center of the planet. And if you want some of it on the edges, just go back around it. It's okay. check, check. Okay, now you got your glow around your planet. Now you need to add your water. So go back into stickers. Back to my recent. I just searched for water. This is a free sticker. You're going to kind of put it right down here. Then we're going to go to adjust and to hue. And you're going to slide it around and see, can you get it to a color that you like for this. Then go to temp. We're going to turn the temperature up. Give it some highlights. We're going to pull the shadows back. Can make it a little bit brighter. Okay, hit your check mark. Kind of get it set if you want a little bit of water, if you want a lot of water up on it. Put your eraser, and you don't want this to be like a huge erase. You want this to be kind of a light, just soften the edge a little. Just a little. Not over here where the very edge of the planet. Okay, then you're going to duplicate that one. Line it back up. FX. Lens blur. Oh, look at that. Oh, we're not going to be able to get it to look right. Okay, let's turn it this way. Flip it over this way. Go with lighten. Overlay. Multiply. Kind of like that. Then you can go to your opacity. Just lighten it up a little bit. And get your eraser and just erase this top. Oops. I'm just going to barely let it hang. Let it in just a little bit. Alright, tap off to the edge, go to your sticker. And I pulled this one is for PicsArt Gold users, but there are a lot of things like this one next to it that is not, that you can use and get similar effects. I'm going to stretch it up kind of big. I'm going to go to blend modes and go through them until I find one that I like on it. I think I'm going to go with screen. And then you're just going to come back with your eraser turned down and your opacity eased up some, and just kind of lightly tap over it as it starts erasing it. If you want it any lighter than that, you can just pull back on the opacity of it. Let's hit the check mark and we'll go get some more. Check mark, so now there's no, like, you can't bring those stickers back, you're done. And let's not forget the most important. Right here, you can even grab your picture if it's there. You want to flip it upside down. I'm going to stretch it out to the size. Make your opacity so you can see where you're lining it up at. What you're doing is you're lining up your planet for a reflection. Put your eraser and erase the part that's showing the water over the planet. You want to erase that. Now you want to hit your check mark and take your opacity way down, because that's just a reflection. And if you want, you can stretch it up longer, because reflections are warped. They never keep their, like, exact shape. So there's your planet reflection. And now it's just, if you want smoke, a little cloud, something extra, kind of make it yours. Like, let's go get a little one here. We'll use this purple one. There you go. And it just kind of gives a little shadow to it. You can go in here and look and find you another one for in the sky. Let's try this one. And remember, you can change the settings, like the mode that it's in. So just because the color might not look right, look at that. And it changed it just enough. So hit your check mark. Now you're going to put your name on it by hitting text. Type in your name or however you're going to sign it. Now, hit your check mark at the top. Then just go through and pick how you're going to sign it. If it goes away, just tap on it. It'll come back. You can change the color of your text. And then you can change the opacity. Because you want your name to be on there. You want people to know it's your work. But you don't want your name to be front and center. You want the work to be what people are focused on. And that's it. Check mark. Top right arrow. It's going to come up free to edit because you've used community things. And you just want to go through and tell it kind of what you used, if you can remember. Tell it like, this is space. Because you want people, if they do a search for space or planets or pink, you want it to come up for you. When you have all of those done, you click share and done, and it should show up in your gallery. And there it is in my gallery. Have fun. Good luck. If you need help, tag me in the comments. Glad to come help.